And you see him right here. We got Ryan Clark. Hey, Ryan, we're on TV. Marcus Spears and Mina Kimes. So much more coming from them. But listen to this, guys. About a half hour ago, Deshaun Watson tweeted this. He said, I was on 2, then I took it to 10. Everyone trying to decipher what this might mean. This coming 3 days after the former All-Pro Texan Andre Johnson said Watson should stand his ground with the team. Field Yates joining us as well on this Friday on NFL Live. So tell us what's going on here, Field. Give us the context about what Deshaun's tweet might mean.
Well, Laura, it's impossible not to think that Deshaun Watson's tweet might be a reference to what Adam reported about a week ago, which was in describing Deshaun Watson's anger level following the DeAndre Hopkins trade, it was a 2. This offseason, it was approaching a 10. Now, Deshaun was quick to follow up on the tweet that you just referenced, noting that it's a lyric from a Future song, which might come as a surprise to nobody on this show that I'm not an expert at all things Future rap lyrics, but it's hard not to think that Deshaun Watson's tweet was not intentional. This is not just some coincidence, and it underscores the point that although we still have 8 teams left in the 2020 NFL season, one of these stories of the next few months is going to be how the Texans repair their relationship with Deshaun Watson. And until that happens, you know what's going to happen on Twitter. A bunch of jersey swaps and trade proposals and fans from other bases saying to themselves, we could have Deshaun Watson.
All right, more from Field Yates coming in the show, especially with a lot of news around the coaching search and hiring world. But you know what, Ryan Clark? When I tweet out Future lyrics, it's usually with a purpose. What is going on here with Deshaun from your perspective?
Well, you know what? Sometimes music, right, is the soundtrack of our lives. And that's all Deshaun is saying. You know what? Future even read the future. This is what I was going to feel. This is why he wrote the song. This song is for me. This song is for me to tell you that last year when you did it, last year when you didn't consult me, when you gave away my number 1 option, I was hot, but I understood it. I thought maybe it might be business. This year, Cal McNair, when you come to me and you lie to me and tell me that I'm going to be a part of the decision-making process, I'm going to be someone that you lean on. I'll understand every step as it goes along, and then you don't do that. When you go away from the firm that you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to locate or to identify 2 minority GMs and 2 minority candidates for that position, and you move away from that. When you do all those things, now I'm at 10. Right? I would be at 11 if that was the scale that it was on. Deshaun Watson wants out, and he can be as cryptic as he wants. He can use as many Future references as he wants. He can even go back to Jeezy when Jeezy said, I was on 2, she was on 10. I was on, and she was on hen. Y'all don't know about that one, but that's another Atlanta rapper. He can do whatever he wants. Either way, it all means the same thing. Deshaun Watson is fed up with the Houston Texans, and he doesn't want to be there. And there's a lot of teams that should be on the phone calling and saying, yo, you up? Because I'm trying to see what Deshaun want to do.
There's a line in the Forrest Gump movie saying, that's all I got to say about that. So if I could add anything to what RC just said, I would. But there's not a damn thing coming to my brain that's going to give you anything different than that analysis that RC just gave. So hopefully Mina, with her Yale Ivy League brain, can spin this in another direction, because this gangster from South Baton Rouge, Louisiana, don't have nothing outside of what RC said for y'all. Deshaun wanted to get the hell out of there. I'm going to just reiterate that based on what RC just said.
I've been racking my mind for the last 3 minutes for a Future reference to work in. I guess he wants all the smoke? I don't know. To me, I think the question now is not whether or not Deshaun wants out, it's whether he can force his way out. Because this is very unusual. I'm not wanting or holding out or wanting to leave, but a quarterback in the prime of his career, one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL, trying to force his way out. To my eye, he can. Because in order to get out of, to force your way out of a franchise, you got to be willing to do 2 things. Sit out, which means you lose a lot of money, and you got to already have a lot of money so that you're willing to do that. And Deshaun Watson has already made about $40 million. I think the last example that's similar. It would be Carson Palmer in Cincinnati. He also had made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And as you guys remember, he made no secret of the fact that he wanted out. They denied, and then they gave in. Deshaun Watson also has a no-trade clause in his contract, which means not only that he can force his way out if he's willing to, absorb the financial hit, but that he can choose his destination. So
Right.
if I'm Houston right now, I'm very nervous about the level of intensity and the way in this has all been ratcheted up. Although, as we've discussed repeatedly on this show, it's Houston's fault.
Yeah, when they hired...
Laura,
go ahead, Marcus.
Laura, Houston, Laura, RC and Mina. Houston going through hell with these superstars, ain't they? Everybody's trying to get up out of there.
It's a tough time, dog.
We saw James Harden say, I'm out, all right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there in Houston.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.